And welcome to TyeDye, TyeDye John, TyeDye Android, and TyeDye Taper John combined. And today's video, sorry about that if I'm looking a little different. I'm switching the monitors around, so I got the studio going on my monitor on my right here, so that's why I'm looking a little different today. I'm not used to that. So give me a time to adjust my eyes for this. Today's theme, I wanted to do update on the USB recording and how I'm doing it and how it's working with my gear. And it didn't quite work out the way I wanted to this morning, so I had a brief delay. I had to redo everything. And let's go here. And I don't care, Janet, I'm going to change the transition here. Yay, we're back to Taper John here. Okay, but actually, yeah, if you noticed here also that I have the combo logo. And that's the reason why, because we're actually doing both. And this is a transitional stage where I'm bringing my Tech Talk to TyeDye Android's channel. So that's why we're using both logos today. So anyways, bring this up. Alright, I'm using the mix pre-recorder, even though this is actually works for pretty much every recorder. Now for the mix pre-users, you notice that I am actually using the Type-C for charging and power, so I can't do that. So this is why I am coming up with this method, or I have come up with this method. But I am willing to try it on a USB if I buy one of the battery sleds. So that's probably going to be another project of mine in the near future. But you notice, okay, right by the power, by the Type-C, stereo out. We're going to plug that little 1/8 inch cable there, that jack, and don't go out and buy this yet. Not the cable. You can go out and buy the mix pre, that's fine, but don't buy that cable yet because you didn't see the other end. I had a loose battery connection. I had a yellow instead of a green battery light, so I adjusted that just because I'm anal. I gotta have it perfect. So stereo out, follow the cable, and this is why I didn't say go out and buy the cable. Look at the other end. It's an RCA. Alright, so it's got a splitter. Now that is the Behringer UCA202. This is a USB interface. Sad thing is this is only 16-bit. But for Android it's okay. So now the other end is USB, obviously. That's why it's called the USB interface. So how in the hell do I connect it to the phone? That cable's way too big, man. Jeez, John, you're a scientist, man. This is awesome. Yes, that's actually called an OTG cable, short for on the go cable, and you can get these as cheap as $5 depending on the jack. The Type-C cables, which this one is about $8, $8 to $10. And make sure you get the right angle, because I do have a straight angle and it ruined my Note 8 jack. So please get a right angle. You'd be surprised the difference in how much weight that thing is actually putting and holding in. So please get a right angle adapter and save yourself some hassle in the long run. And Okay, now we're going to go to this driver. This is going to be a separate video later on, but we're just going to show you this right now. And this is, once you have the app, this is what's going to happen. Now this is working fine. And the reason why I'm flipping this around and showing it to you is because I want you to get familiar with the screen. You're going to hit OK. Now look at this. If you saw on the top there, I'm sorry that it's upside down. But I think I did turn the camera around. Let's double check here. No, I didn't. I apologize. But if you saw that little writing, it says USB device initialized. That's what you want to see. And I'm showing you YouTube and Facebook because these are the two apps that it will definitely work for that we use for streaming. I found out through another taper that he tried it for MixLR app. It does not work. Now, if you come up with this error, that means you opened up the app, it did not detect anything, so there's a USB error. If you have a bad connection or a bad cable, that's going to be your warning. That's what I wanted you to see how that works. It'll say device initialized. And if you notice, at the end of that video, how do I say this? I didn't close the app. I just put it on the back side. You can keep that app open if you'd like. But all I'm doing is, for what I'm doing for Android recording and YouTubing, I don't need to know the monitors, and I don't have to use the mixer because I'm probably already using my high-tech audio. I don't have to really play with that because I'm streaming and I can't use YouTube and that at the same time and do this, and I don't need that because I'm getting the feed from my recorder. So that recorder is set. So closing out that app screen does not mean that it's not going to be working. You initialize the drivers. That scared me the first time I tried it. I was wondering if I had to be open or not. But when I started listening to it, it was still running in the background. Even when I had that app closed, it was still running. So basically, like that little opening scene said, device initialized. Drivers initialized. That's what you want to see. You don't want that error. So if you have initialized, that means it's working. You can close the app. That means your drivers are working in the background. You can go straight to YouTube. You can go to Facebook, whatever your streaming software is, other than MixLR, because it's not working for MixLR. So that said, you got all the hardware. You saw everything here now, right? You saw everything, right? All right, I'm here. I'm looking at you. Okay, so let's switch videos here. All right, and now this is going to the phone, and this is where we get it on the Play Store. This is going to cost just $6.70 some odd cents, I believe. Overall rating is a 4.3 on the app. It's worth paying for it. The bad reviews that you get, you see almost everything is a 3, 4, and 5. You get the 1s and 2s. Chances are, if you look, they did not read the compatibility form, if their phone is compatible with it or not. And they're probably not doing something right on their end, because I tried this numerous times on 4 different devices. They happen to be on the list. And they say 3.1, I think, operating system and higher. I don't think we really even have to worry about this. It's 5.1 and higher. It's pretty much. universal now. So, but just to be on the safe side, check it out. And I also believe I had a video up here once for a review too, and I'm probably going to upload this one as well. Give some of those people actually more. But if you look at it, it's geared purposely for, and they're using Fortnite amp, which is a very good and a very common tool used for podcasting. I almost went to that myself, and it's like, no. Why should I do that? I can't take it. I can only take it so far, but I'm got the mix pre. I didn't need that. But I like the Yamaha that I use in the studio, so I'm kind of glad of the choices that I made on that. And these are your specs. I know it's kind of blurry here, but I'm telling you, these are the common, most recent reviews. Gives you the specs right there in the Google Play Store. The only flaw that I have in this is that you actually have to pay for it. But it's worth it. If you're going to be taking your quality and your music quality seriously, well, you can't get everything for free. I tried that, and it just ain't possible. You have to fork out a little bit. Sorry guys, that's reality. I try to go the cheaper route as I can, and this is the best I can do. So $6-7 for an app that's going to give you hours of pleasure. And this is where I was talking about the error. If you do not have a device connected, this is where you're going to get that error. So if you have a loose connection, check this out and then reinitialize it and see what happens. Because eventually, when it is properly connected, it's going to say device initialized. Okay, just to give you guys a heads up on that. So, like I say, you can get this off of Google Play Store, and it is a paid app. It is well worth the price. It's got a 4.3 review. And I think the 0.7 people probably didn't know what they did or are doing, and probably their devices probably weren't compatible. Perfect. So check it out. Yeah, I had to put some different music on. I figured we looped that song enough. That was Bee in the Bonnet by Burnt Toast and Jam. This is the same old story here, and pretty much the same story of repeating everything. Can't think of anything else really to say. That's about it for now. Sorry, I had some Mountain Dew and Taco Bell, so I kind of got the belches. So, check this out. And if you have any questions or concerns, please shoot a comment out, and I'll respond as soon as I can. And you can always subscribe to either one, TyeDye Android, TyeDye Taper John. I have links on Facebook here, and the YouTube channel. Subscribe on the YouTube channel, like my Facebook pages. If you like good music, there you go. If you like USB recording, if you like talking like a geek and you want to specialize in recording and stuff like that, shoot me a holler on the TyeDye Android page, and we'll get back to you. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you later, and as I always say on both channels, more to come. Have a great evening. Good luck on your endeavors.